And good morning. Happy Hump Day. Welcome to the Morning Sprint. I am Daphne Gray.
And I'm Brittany. We're bringing you guys some of the top stories of the day, but we do want to start with a little teaser for you. So go ahead and
check this out. We got one man. If you look right now, he's biking across the country, but he's not alone. You got this cat right there. How this cat is helping him pick up traction on his route. It's going to be a cute story. You don't want to miss it.
And bagel lovers, Donny Ds will soon be at a place near you. We'll have all those details for you later in the sprint if you haven't heard them yet.
Definitely. Okay, so first up, let's get to this right here. This is a miraculous story. You know, obviously, we know our family members. There are some family members that have strokes, and we know what all can go into that. But this particular woman, she is counting her blessings. She's from Salem, and that's because this 26-year-old Louis Gale nurse suffered a stroke on the job.
And it was a regular day at work for the ICU nurse in January when she started to feel that numbness in her left arm. And soon after, she realized, her coworkers realized what had happened, and their quick actions likely saved her life.
It was hard to believe because of my age, but I mean, the symptoms were still there. Take the symptoms seriously. You know, you've got a very short window to get medication if it is an ischemic stroke like I had. Just go to the ER, make sure that you're taking care of yourself.
Now, after a week-long stay in the ICU and 2 weeks of inpatient therapy, Katie was on the mend, and not long after that, went back to work in the ICU with a new outlook. So I'm pretty sure she does have a new outlook on life, you know, and having her co-workers and everybody be in the right place at the right time when she was going through that, I think that was, again, that's just a miracle in itself.
So important, because everyone knows with a stroke, time is everything. The faster you can get to the hospital, the faster you can get that shot that they give you. I mean, it could just completely change matters. And this month is the National Stroke Prevention and Awareness Month. So just kind of bringing that light and people knowing the signs, again, could save someone's life.
Right,
so.
And if you want to watch that full story, it is on our website at WSLS.com. Please check into it. And again, we want to hear your thoughts on it. If you guys see that comment section at the bottom of the Sprint article, want to engage back and forth with you guys.
Exactly. And a story that's been getting a lot of talk this past week, it's in Danville, that Danville Casino. A lot of stories coming out of there. Well, they have donated a total of $200,000 to local nonprofits. The future home of Caesars, Virginia, presented a $100,000 check to both Haven of Dan River Region and House of Hope. Well, Haven of the Dan River Region spreads awareness about domestic violence and sexual assault victims. House of Hope provides temporary housing for people experiencing homelessness. They say both organizations fall into Caesar's core values, including nonprofits focusing on responsible gaming, sustainability, diversity, equity, and inclusion. So again, if you are someone who has checked out this casino and maybe have plans to, let us know in the comment section below. And what are you most excited for? We want to hear from you.
A lot of good things are coming from that community as well. Like yesterday, we just did a story about how economically it's impacting everybody already. Like some of the stores are saying that they're just not far from it and getting a big influx of people just coming to check out their temporary casino. So I can only imagine what it's going to turn into when the big dog gets here. And then the more philanthropic different things they'll be doing moving forward.
So right now they're just getting a taste. And then
I love that. I love it. I think that it's like, I think a lot of people came in and expected I expected it to, some people don't like gambling. You know what I mean? And they expected it to bring a lot of, negativity and crime and things into the area. But the fact that it, has the ability to bring support for community and like the support for the groups around it, and they're using, part of their profits to put back into the community, I think it's going to be a great thing.
Definitely. And speaking of putting things in the community, we got the Roanoke City Sheriff's Office. They'll hold their hot dog and nacho bar sale to benefit Special Olympics Virginia. So if you guys want some lunch, here you go. Okay, so items can be purchased at the corner of 3rd Street and Campbell Avenue starting at 11 a.m. This is the second event in which the Sheriff's Office is asking the community to come out and support Special Olympics Virginia. During the first event on May 13th, they were able to raise over $1,600 for Special Olympics Virginia. So a nacho sounds good right about now.
I know.
I'm a nacho fan, man.
I'm with you. We'll work this shift. Anything sounds good. And so, again, that's 11 a.m. If you're looking for some lunch plans and also want to get back to a good cause, they've got you covered.
And if you're a graduate, we got some dessert coming your way as well. This is a sweet deal for any 2023 graduate, both college and high school. Today, Krispy Kreme is offering a free dozen of its original glazed donut donuts to members of the class of 2023. All you have to do is go to Krispy Kreme near you wearing your graduation cap gown or your class of 2023 shirt to get your free dozen. I think this is really, really cool because what better way to say, okay, good job, guys. Y'all did a good job.
Worked hard.
Here's a dozen. Let's do your thing. And you know, Krispy Kreme, I'm always a basic glazed person. Like I can't do, I can't, I can only do glaze really. And I've tasted chocolate before, but there's nothing like glaze.
See, every now and again when they come out with those like special seasonal flavors, I'll try one, but my go-to is like the classic glaze. But I know in the fall they did like an apple cider one, and I had to try that. That was really good. But I love how this says dough ploma.
Oh,
we'll play on words there.
That.
I think that's so cute. And also, if you have an extra 2023 shirt, let me know.
Yeah, so we can get that.
That's a Chris Michaels pun right there.
I know, dough ploma.
Yeah, so if you guys want to just lend us either a shirt or a cap real quick, we'll slide to, get us a dozen
some donuts.
I was going to say, we'll donate them.
There you go.
Donate them to this Billy. Okay.
Well, get ready for some fun in the sun. Everyone's itching to get outside as that weather starts to get nicer. Well, Fallon Park Pool, it'll open for the season on Friday, June 2nd. Oh, that's coming up so close next week. Well, families will be able to visit from noon to 6 Sunday through Thursday, and then noon to 7 on the weekends. It will be closed, though, on Wednesdays. The Olympic-sized facility will be Roanoke City's only outdoor pool this summer since Washington Park closed in August for those renovations. So if you're looking for somewhere to cool off this summer and hang out maybe with the children or your friends, that is the spot to be. It looks so calm and peaceful right now.
It looks calm and peaceful,
beautiful.
Look how huge it is.
It will not look like that next Friday.
No, next Friday, that thing is going to be pumping.
Yeah,
next Friday, you're going to have like...
but it looks. But I didn't realize how big that was.
Yeah, it says Olympic-sized pool.
Yes, well, hey, I mean, if you guys are excited about doing that, go ahead, take a dip. I know my apartment pool is open. My apartment pool's been open this entire time.
Speaking of which, when's our next pool day?
Hey, we gotta have it. Well, we tried to go last time, but it was a little cold.
We need to wait till it's a little warmer and the sun comes out and get my tan. If you guys are
what you call it? I'm a
volleyball?
sucker for water volleyball. I can get that going, girl.
I'm there for it. But if you guys are planning on going swimming this summer or checking out on opening day, let us know in that comment section below. But speaking of the swimming and the sun, we got to check in with meteorologist Chris Michaels because hopefully he's going to tell us when our next pool day will be.
Ooh, shakalaka.
Thanks, Chris.
Did it not work?
There's only 5 seconds.
Okay, so
I see what happened. Well, it's because for some reason the system had restarted itself and just completely just blacked out. But basically, what he's gonna tell us is that
Go ahead.
Today was a little bit chilly. Obviously, when you walked outside, you had to get a little light jacket, so it wasn't in comparison to what it was yesterday. I think yesterday was really comfortable in the atmosphere, but later on, I think he was saying something about it was going to be decent.
So enjoy the sun today. What he's saying today and tomorrow, and then this weekend, prepare for some showers.
Hit and miss, kind of stormy kind of weather or whatever.
But
so
if you want the real meteorologist stance on it and the real forecast, you can always head to our website at WSLS.com or download that weather app. They have got you covered because, like I said, we are not trained meteorologists, but we can just recap what he told us this morning.
Exactly. Like, dumb it down to me like I'm a 3-year-old. That's how I always talk to Chris in those terms. Okay, so speaking of the summer, we got to get to that travel. TSA is making some changes right now to try to improve that summer travel. It says the agency is taking the big steps to decrease wait times at the airport security. Get this, one way that they're doing this is allowing all minors to use TSA PreCheck if their parent or guardian is in the program.
That is a great thing because I got my TSA PreCheck and that thing cuts the time in half. Love it. Yeah. Plus, there's also going to be new technology like digital IDs. They will help passengers from the ticket counter to the gate as fast as ever. Also, TSA workers will now be paid at the same scale as federal workers. So that means a significant raise for most of their employees. And I know that these next few months are going to be busy, so they deserve it.
Okay, so educate me real quick.
What's
up? The PreCheck. So I always do. I'm just a basic person. I don't mind waiting in lines because I'm very early when it comes down to airports and stuff like that. But I just noticed like the PreCheck. What benefits does that add?
So it's essentially like a background check. So what you do is you pre-register, you fill out these documents, and then you go get your picture taken. There's local offices everywhere, and you do have to pay like a small fee. But then it's good for I think it's like 2-3 years, something like that. And what it is you pretty much bypass the lines. You have the normal TSA line,
right?
And then you have those are those people because you're already pre-checked because they've already done the background check on you. They've already done that. So it's essentially like you're more probably a safer flyer essentially. And you get to go ahead of everybody else, and I love it because I'll just walk right on. You don't have to take your shoes off.
I was gonna say you don't have to take off your shoes. You don't have to take off like your jewelry or
you just walk right through.
Sweaters you get to stay comfy, and you just get to
Look
like.
at that. See, I didn't know, and that's why I was like, is it worth paying, or because
It depends how much you travel.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, yeah, I'm cool with just chilling back.
I've been traveling a lot, so we got it. I got it a couple months ago. I actually got back in September, and it's helped me out immensely. So
hey, let us know if you like these particular changes, or if you think these changes are going to help with the summer travel. Leave it in the comment section because we want to chat it out about it.
All right, now we've got a big story everyone's been talking about, I feel like for a while now, but it's finally happening, whether you're good about it or not. I'm not so happy. I know, but Netflix is officially cracking down on password sharing. The company says it has started to notify subscribers that they'll be charged a new monthly fee if they are sharing an account with their friends and family.
Pretty soon, if you are using someone else's password and you don't live in their household, then at some point your device is just no longer going to work.
So, fun fact, I got that email yesterday.
You did?
Yeah, I did get the email. And I was just like, and I was thinking to myself, oh my God, is it? I don't know. Okay, so it stresses me out because one, I'm kind of confused. So I'm like, okay, so I have multiple people who are on my account.
Yes.
And I paid the price.
Yes.
And if everybody's connected to their own Wi-Fi and they're under my name, how would you, like, what if one of my friends, not to say they would do this, but what if they just said, bump it, I'm the main person?
I think they'll know from your billing. So they know where the billing is going.
That makes sense.
And then like the IP address, they can tell. So who's the sole owner and then who's the ones that are mooching off. Like me, like I mooch off my dad.
Right. Well,
like my dad's got
Netflix.
Yeah, so I think we might have to look at that family plan. Because like I said, my family, there's a lot of us. We all have a streaming service in our name and then we all share. And I'm sure multiple people do this. So I am not happy about this. I know maybe other people aren't either. But let us know your thoughts on this. But yeah, recently Netflix kicked me out on my phone, the app. It was like, you have to sign back in. I'm like,
so they're coming down on you.
They're coming for me.
There's nothing more nervous about it than when you get kicked out and then you try to get back in and you get your because you ain't typed your password in so long.
I know. Or you're in the middle of a show and you don't know what happens.
Exactly.
Oh, we got to figure this out.
Hopefully, listen what your thoughts are, and hopefully all this stuff works out, and maybe it's not as bad as we're thinking it is. Moving on to a really cool story. This is part of the teaser video that we showed you guys earlier about this guy who's going cross-country on his bicycle. He rode around, and look, he had his cat by his side.
Oh, my goodness.
The entire time.
In the basket.
The cat's name is Marilyn Monroe instead of Monroe. Get it? Okay, so and this is the center of the tension of their travels, basically. Look at her.
Well, I mean, I bet I don't think you would expect to see a cat traveling like that, but you know, she's been with Renz ever since he started riding after he lost his home and job during the COVID pandemic. He says having a feline companion makes it easier to make new friends on the road. I bet that's true. Renz has actually written a couple books though about the experience. One from his own perspective, and then one from Monroe's. I bet that would make a good children's book.
Yeah, so it's a pretty laid-back life, as you can tell. He has really, you know, he's just kind of chilling through life, and he says he has no real itinerary right now, but he says maybe he'll stay in Maine, which is where he's located right now, or maybe he'll keep on going. He could just pick up and move wherever, but as long as he's happy with his little feline friend, and we know, Rebecca, you're a cat person, so would Cassian be able to travel in a bike basket for, like, across the country?
Not right now. I definitely think we could get him there. So we do have a harness for him and a leash, and we take him out on little walks. We have to go separate from Martha, though, because Martha will, like, pounce on him, and he'll get really distracted. But he likes to go out, and he, like, climbs in the grass, like you know the scene in Lion King where she's like trying to pounce on him and he's like,
I got you.
That is Cassian.
Okay, well,
but yeah, I think he could get there.
Marilyn Monroe. I guess it's gonna inspire other people to try to take their cats out and about.
I want him to bike down to Roanoke so you can do a deep blue on it.
Oh, that would be cool. That'd be
a good
really,
deep
really
blue.
Cool. We'll see if he can make his way here, and we'll talk to the cat too.
Go ahead, do your thing. Well, we're gonna move on from the cat, and we're gonna go to a delicious story I think a lot of people have heard about.
Food, yeah.
We love food. My goodness. Well, if you guys are a big Donny Ds fan like I am, love bagels, actually had a bagel this morning, you are in luck because the Bagel and Deli restaurant just announced a new Roanoke location. Look at those. I just want some.
So staff said Donny Ds #2 will be up and running sometime this fall. They said that they'll be serving customers in a brand new drive-through experience with more space for customers to come in, sit down, and enjoy the food.
And the new location will be on Brandon Avenue in Southwest Roanoke inside the old Ralph Via hardware store. They announced their food truck earlier this year, which is licensed to operate in Salem. So Donny Ds is expanding. They are taking over, and we love to see it because, one, it's such a good shop, great food, good people, too, who work there. And also the new location is going to have a drive-through.
Yes,
I love that. I will go. We'll go.
We have to because literally for me personally, and obviously, because I'm not really from the area where bagels are really the big deal, I'm not really, like I told you, my best experience with a bagel was the little things they gave at our little student center at college.
No.
Exactly. That's the extent of my bagel knowledge.
Don't you see, but can't you visually see the difference? Like there's
obviously.
so many more flavors, which we got to get you to try other flavors too.
Okay.
But so fun fact, me and my old photographer Luke, when we would do snow coverage, anytime we'd go in that Daleville area or near like go through Bedford, Bonsack, whatever, we would always make it a point after the shows to stop at Donny Ds because when you're freezing cold, you're out in that snow coverage all day, and then you're tired, you're hungry, nothing satisfies you better than like a bagel. And I got the Asiago cheese one. Oh, so good. I could go around there.
Okay, what about you?
Let me know your flavors.
You like Donny D's? Have you tried it yet?
I have not tried Donny Ds
Okay,
yet.
so we gotta make a road trip.
Breakfast trip.
I had a favorite bagelery in Carolina, and yes, I loved my bagels. I haven't found one that like hits the same spot yet.
So we'll go.
Well, you know that thing. It's like when you're scared to try something because you just don't want it to let you down.
It's not. Trust me, I was the same way because being from the Northeast, bagels are a big thing. So when Luke was like, "You have to go there," I'm taking you. I was like, "I don't know, Luke. Like, I'm from the North. We do bagels." No, Donny D's does it right. They do a good job. We got a breakfast trip coming up soon for you guys because.
Well, let us know if you guys are very excited about this because these jokers certainly are, and I definitely want to try it out myself. So let's go ahead and see
what Jasmine thinks.
Jazz, are you a bagel person?
I wouldn't say I'm a bagel person, but I could like a nice bagel is different early in the morning.
You know, girl.
I hear you. Okay, so I know you're a dog person. Would your dog be able to travel across country with you?
Girl, no.
I get that.
I feel like he would whine too much. He likes to sleep and rest. So anything where he's moving too much, he's getting up in age. So anything where he's moving too much, he's not a fan of.
No, I get that.
That's understandable. Well, I will say that. So you have had your hand obviously in the web area. You've been kind of looking at some of the top stories, and obviously today, unfortunately, is the 1-year anniversary of the Uvalde mass shooting that took place. I know you've been working on some projects. So what are some of the things that are taking place today that memorializes those babies that lost their lives?
Yeah, we're going to have, the governor is going to have flags, the Texas governor is going to have flags go fly at half staff just to remember the lives that were taken too soon. We also have a few live streams coming up just to help commemorate the lives of the victims. It was 19 children and 2 teachers. Yeah. And we also created a graphic just so people can always remember their names and remember those faces. Because honestly, it's crazy that it happened a year ago. But even though it happened a year ago, we always want to remember their lives. So it's several things happening. So we have live streams, we have graphics going on, we have people just coming together as a community to remember their lives.
Right.
And through just several different events. And just a lot of different things. But we also try to pay respect to the families during this time as well, because we know that it's really hard for them during this time. So we try to celebrate their lives, but also just keep in mind that they're going through a really tough period. I hope that answers your question.
No, 100%, Jazz. We always ask you the questions because you come in with the realness of this show. So tell us, do we have any comments or viewers today?
We have a ton of viewers. No comments today, but as always, all you have to do is just head to our website, scroll to the live stream, and there's a comment form right beneath. We would love to hear from you guys.
Perfecto. All right, Jazz, thank you so much, girlie.
Yeah, of course.
All right, have a blessed one. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and get to our headlines. And again, as Jazz mentioned, the Uvalde situation that we're going to be covering, that's going to be a part of our noon newscast, right, Brittany?
Yeah, big part of that. So coming up in our later newscast at noon, we'll show all the ways that people are remembering the day 1 year ago today that an 18-year-old armed with an assault rifle walked into a Robb Elementary School in Uvalde, Texas, and opened fire, killing those students and 2 of the teachers. There will also be calls for a statewide moment of silence to take place in honor honor of those lives taken. So all that coverage coming up at noon.
Plus, starting today, Lynchburg will have a curfew to crack down on youth violence, or starting Friday, excuse me. The curfew will be enforced for anyone under the age of 18 between 11 p.m. and 5 a.m. the next day. Decision is not permanent, as the city will only have a curfew in place until December 1st, so you'll hear all the details as far as what went into those decisions.
And if you're looking for your new best friend, the Giles County Animal Shelter, they need your help to take home some friends. From now until the end of June, the shelter is waiving the fee on dogs. They say that the shelter is at a crucial level and they have no more open kennels. So if you're looking for your new best friend or a new pet, we'll tell you how you can do so coming up.
All right, guys. Well, if that'll do it for you, got anything? Everybody good? We good?
I think we're good.
All right, man. Thanks for wrapping up our hump day with us. We'll be back here again tomorrow on the Morning Sprint, WSLS.com at 8 a.m.